Welcome mates, I'm Bloodthirsty Lord, but you can call me Lordy, and we're back on Paragon. Once again, I'm kind of quiet at this current moment because it's really late at night, it's around 5 AM. By the time I'm done editing this, it'll be around 9 AM, and the upload will be up at around 9 AM. So it's going to be a long night ahead of us, but today we'll be talking about all the hero abilities for the new hero Aurora, pretty much her abilities, her affinities, and a slight breakdown of what they can do, so the family mates can get a slight idea of what Aurora is before she's released into Paragon on January 31st. Before we get to this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button to keep up to date with the greatest and latest Paragon gaming content and Paragon gaming news. As always, expected here first, so without further ado, let's get straight into this. So most likely the actual official hero trailer for this character will be running in the background, but if you want to watch it for yourself, the link to that will be in the description below, so you guys can enjoy it there as well. Let's see what the Epic Games team and the Paragon team had to say about this. We'd like to introduce you to the latest hero. We call this the melee hero, Aurora. You'll be able to play her starting on Tuesday, January 31st. So that's the date of her release. Let's move on to the more interesting part, and let's see what else they have to say. Aurora, Fury and Intellect, is an elusive crowd control specialist whose abilities allow her to manipulate the cold. A powerful initiator, Aurora uses the cold to freeze her enemies and take control of the battle, which are Fury and Intellect, followed by the role of the actual character. We know she's melee, and she's elusive and a crowd control specialist. She's most likely the first melee specialist within the game. And now let's move on to the most interesting aspect about her kit, and her abilities. Let's go to the first ability, which is called Frozen Simulacrum, which allows Aurora to leap into a target direction, leaving behind a solid ice clone of herself. So this is the decoy system that we did talk about in the datamine files or leaked files of Ice, the codename for this hero Aurora. And it did say there was an ice clone ability, essentially a decoy of herself, and it looks like it's in the final kit, so that's great to see. So there is a possibility of outplay potential with this character on that first ability. Let's move on to ability 2, and that is Glacial Charge. An icy trail launches Aurora forward, dealing damage, pushing enemies aside and blocking projectiles from the front. So this is kind of interesting because this ability seems like it's her number one initiation tool within her kit, followed up by being a actual parry move as well at the same time. It's really interesting and something I want to see in the game, and lucky we saw that in the game. The idea of this ability is also in League of Legends. There's a hero mid lane caster that's able to ultimate and pretty much go across the map. Obviously, this character won't be going across the map by a certain duration or a certain area of the map, and she's able to push enemies away as she travels along that icy trail, or that trail of hers in League of Legends, and the exact same thing will happen in this game. So that's really sick. So you can push enemies to the side and also block projectiles right in front of you, while also doing damage as you go forward. So that's pretty sick. And now let's move on to the next ability, and that is called Hoarfrost. Creates a ring of Hoarfrost around Aurora, dealing damage and rooting enemies caught in the ice. So this is a form of hard CC within her kit. She does have a lot of hard CC. She doesn't have any weak CC, as we thought she would have, so it looks like everything's hard CC. That's why she's such a great initiator, and she's able to be great at crowd control as well. And you can see the differences and the similarities between her old kit that was datamined 3 months ago and what is officially released by the Paragon team and the Epic Games team on January 31st, and the official kit of Aurora. You can see the differences, and it's pretty sick to notice them and compare them. And then let's move on to the badass ultimate for Aurora, and that is called Cryoseism. Aurora creates an ice earthquake. Enemies in the area will turn to ice, which then explode, causing damage to the hero and spreading the effect to other nearby heroes and minions, so pretty much all enemy units around them. That is pretty sick, mate. So that was like the last thing that we saw within the trailer, when she freezes everyone, and then they all explode and they pretty much instantly die because they were low health on the trailer. But in reality, when you actually play this character, you'll be able to freeze them. Majority of them might explode if they end up dying, but others will just have that damaging effect and spreading to nearby enemy units. So that's a pretty good ultimate, and a lot of CC coming out of that ultimate, very hard CC. And that completes the overview of her abilities and kits. So she sounds like a very interesting hero to bring into the Paragon roster, even though she's a melee hero. People hate that in this current moment because we wanted to see a range hero or range caster, even a pure tank, but sadly we don't see that. Either way, she's one interesting hero and something I'm actually looking forward to playing a lot because of the actual decoy mechanic, followed up by the parry mechanic and the hard CC within her kit, which makes her such a versatile hero in Paragon. You'll be able to use this hero in nearly every lane, which is insane. Obviously, you don't want to use her as a carry hero, but you know what I mean. She's very versatile and very useful by the seams of it. And I was also right about my prediction of how they will change the ultimate Ice Beam for Aurora, or the Ice Hero, the codename for this hero that we mentioned in one of our previous videos today, and obviously it ended up becoming true. So the ultimate changed completely. Some of the abilities are pretty much the same, the idea of them, but in the data mine information they did say there was a chilling mechanic, which looks like it won't happen. Pretty much chilling mechanic is when you slow them down. It's pretty much soft CC or weak CC, and it looks like that's not happening. But either way, very strong kid, very interesting hero indeed. But mates, as always, I want to know your thoughts about this video. What do you think about the hero? Do you think she's interesting? Do you think she's bad? You don't want her to play at all? Are you going to main her? And what do you think about her abilities and her kit? Do you think it's very powerful? Because I personally think it's very powerful in the right hands. Leave your opinions and your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, mates, if we do get any more information and intel about this new hero or any Paragon news, expect it here first as always. So make sure you turn on notifications by hitting that little bell button next to the subscribe button so the chance to become the first mates on the channel up to date with my amazing Paragon Gaming content. So mates, if you did enjoy this video, show us by smashing that blown like button. Let's try to get 200 likes on this video. And if you guys want to see more Paragon Gaming content and Paragon Gaming news, all you have to do is share this with your friends and hit the subscribe button to become a mate today. That's all for this video. Oh, time's go, but don't you worry. We're back very soon. Hey Jats boys, because you ain't seen nothing yet. Mates, I am super tired at this current moment. Even though I enjoy uploading Paragon and making videos on YouTube as much as possible, I feel like it's killing me slowly, and that's kind of sad, mates. But this is what I do for you, mates. I love to keep you guys up to date as much as possible, and that's what we're going to keep on doing. It's 100% time to sleep.
Saying that it feels right.